Second part of the video, we are going to discuss about the VPC peering. So let me open the slide and you can just see what we are exactly going to achieve. So the secure communication between two VMs in separate VPC using VPC peering. So in this scenario, two VMs are deployed in separate VPC, but they need to communicate securely over the private IP address. You will use a VPC peering to link those VPC together so the internal communication is possible without exposing any traffic to the public internet. I hope most of the people who's working on the networking part, they will understand. So who is fresher? So I can explain in a simple and better way. So basically, like we can see, there is a two VM instance running on either like it's in a same project or a two instance running in two different projects, right? So there is a requirement comes to you like these two instances need to be communicated over the private IP address because either it having a public IP address or not having a public IP. So they are major focus on like it should communicated with the private IP only. So the traffic should not goes to the public IP over the internet. And by doing this, so we can reduce the latency and you can secure your VM instance traffic, right? So this is things we can achieve it and just go through the demo. For this, like we need to create a two VPC network first, and this two VPC network will have like two different VM instance we are going to run it. So for this, I'm just going to create like a VPC peering one VPC peering one network and the same configuration which we did on earlier VPC creation of VPC time. So that's what we are going to do. And US center, sure. And we need to provide that IP address range 10 dot 0 dot 0 dot. So 20. So okay, 24. We can provide it. And I'm going to enable the private and access for this lab. And I see like a region we are not yet selected here. So I'm just going to select that US Central region here. And yeah, US Central region. And this is the IP address. So the one thing that I need to mention it here. So whatever the, I mean, two different network, I mean, we are creating it, right? So we should not overlap this IP ranges. We should not have overlap IP ranges. The same CAD range we should not use in that another IP address. That should be a different IP address here. So I'm going to have this CMP allowing for the connectivity testing. Let's create VPC1. Pairing one VPC we created. So this one is this scenario maybe like comes like within the same project or in a different project. So for this we are going to do it in a same project. So VPC pairing two, and so that name is central one and region is US Central, and IP range, as I mentioned, that you should not provide the same IP address. So I just give this IP range, no problem. And I'm just going to enable private Google access and create. So this two VPC pairing created, right? So meanwhile, we can go and create a VM instance for this VPC. So the first VM instance we are going to create for the VPC pair one network. So let me put this way instance pairing one first one, and this lab purpose I'm going to select the instance here with a list configuration. So you're not going to run any workload, right? So in this networking tab, we are going to select the network VPC pairing one with this subnet bus, and yeah, everything looks good, fine. Just create it. So in this lab, we are going to do like test by internal IP. We are going to test the connectivity between the two instances, right? So first reason we do have that external IP created, but it is not required for it. For the first testing, just for you reference, I'm just creating it. Without external IP also we can able to do that. Those internal instance we want is created. So I'm just going to create another instance for the another VPC. So this is also I'm going to choose and network. I'm going to select that VPC peering to network here. So then just create it. So we created two instances, right? So the one instance having the internal IP like 10.0.0.2 and another one is like public IP. So this instance will happen. So I'll do one thing. I'm going to SSH to any one of the instance. I'm going to test the connectivity to the other instance by using the internal IP. So let me show that as well once this instance has been created. So meanwhile, I'll pause this video. Okay, that instance has been created here. So if you see here, like we do have like a two different IP ranges, starting with the 10.0 and it's starting with 10.1, and two different IP public IPs. So just doing SSH. I guess let's see like whether it is allowing me to do SSH now. And for the second VPC peering, I guess like we have not opened that firewall rule to allow the ICMP, right? Let me do that as well. So let me log in first this instance. So let me try this first. We'll see. Firewall. So here you can see your V2C ICMP has been created. So for that another VPC peering tool, we have not created the firewall rule. So we'll create a firewall rule. Add firewall rule ICMP. I'm just giving this and networks and network ingress. So all the instances in the network follow this traffic and just giving like all the IPs. ICMP and it will create it. And also we are not enable the SSH protocol, right? So maybe that reason it will not allow us to do that SSH connection. Yeah. So let's wait till that error is through. See here, it will connect to the backend. So we must refuse and the firewall. So as I said, like we are not allow that a firewall to do SSH, right? So let me create a firewall rule quickly. So for instance, when only we are going to do right login. So let me go to this and firewall, add firewall rule, SSH, and we are going to specify tags all the instance in the network and anywhere from the internet for the quick lab. And you can just mention like a TCP 22. So that's it. So that's fine. So let me close this connectivity and try to do it again. So now you can see that I can able to log in. So this is a firewall to which restricted access, so it's fine. So we want to ping this first. We can just to ping that external IP. Let's see like where it's reachable or not. Hmm. Yeah, from the internet it is reachable. So let me ping using the uh, private IP. So if you see here, the connection is not able to connect to the external because from that VPC network, like this is VPC peering one network, there is no subnet with having this IP range, so the traffic is not routing. So to make this happen, to route the traffic to the other networks, we need to create a VPC peering. So let me go to the console and network VPC peering it, right? So in order to do that, we need to create a VPC peering from the both the side, from VPC one peering to VPC, I mean both the networks, from one network to second network, from second network to first network. So let me go here and create a first. So just I'll mention like VPC one, two, two. Okay. So I'm just going to select like one here. So here we need to select, like as I mentioned, like it may be in a different project also. If it is in different project, we need to provide that our project ID and the network name. But for the lab use case, we are going to create within the same, right? So I'm just selecting that. What is the another VPC which we need to get cleared? So that one we selected, and we are going with IP4 such any other configuration. So just we'll create and click. So this here. We have created a VPC peering from first VPC to, I mean, first network to the second network, but the status is inactive. So let me create from again from second network to the first network, VPC 2 to 1. So here I'm going to select the second network, and here I'm going to select the first network. So just we create it. Let's see what the connection status it's look like now. You can see it now it's changed to active. So the connection has been established here. So let me try to ping with the here. Once I enable the PPC peering, so it started to reach out to the. So let me do it. So the same way you can log into the other instance to the SSH and you can do the SSH using the private IP. You can communicate with this instance. This is how that secure connection over the private IP between the two different network will happen. I guess it help you to understand in a way like how can we securely connect to two private network into different VPC to access using a private network, right? So I guess I covered VPC and VPC peering here. I hope you liked it. So please let me know in the comment if you learn about in different topics or different resources. So we'll create a labs on that so we can discuss more on that. So thank you once again. Have a good day.